saw in the opening clip, I am very alarmed at the message some of our women, unfortunately, are directing their anger towards black men. Did you notice what this female said? Let's take the dark skin portion out of the equation, because I know for a fact it's not just only dark skinned women that think like that. You got some light skinned sisters that think like that too. But let's just put into the equation some of these femi-nuts out here. To insist you start killing black men or men in general for no reason. If that's not a hate crime, I don't know what is. The delusion of you femi-nuts. Now, whatever hatred and malice you have towards men, whatever men you've dealt with in the past may have done towards you, that is something you need to fix and solve with either yourself internally or with the men that caused you to think or feel with this type of vitriol that you're presenting on social media. The reason I decided to do this video is because I want to speak to black women at large about all of this angst against brothers. Now, granted, there are brothers out there who are unworthy and undeserving of your love or respect. There are brothers out there who do commit crimes against women. There are brothers that do mistreat women, that do violate women, that do disrespect women. You will never hear me represent those brothers, because to me, they're not brothers. They're not even men. I represent the vast majority of brothers, decent, hard-working, good quality brothers who always get ignored simply because many of our women, unfortunately, are following this illusionary tale or this illusion of insisting that all of you deserve a high-value man. But as I stated, that opening clip is alarming. And I'm somewhat saddened behind it. To insist that we just murder men for no reason. If you had men go on social media saying that we need to just kill women just for the sake of killing them, that man would be arrested and probably be charged for a felony of insinuating the resurrection of a hate crime. And he will be brought to trial and prosecuted rightfully. Because I will never advocate any man to hurt or harm any women. But ladies, by you putting out that type of language to insist that men need to be murdered for no reason, it goes to show how much you truly hate yourself. And that you're redirecting your anger towards men that you don't know. You will never hear me state or express my intentions on ever hurting or harming a woman. I don't even tell brothers to do that. But I will say this. If any of you femi-nuts actually try to provoke this into reality, if you try to come my way or try to endanger or harm myself or my family, I would do everything in my will to defend myself against any danger or harm or threat. So I'm saying it once and for all. If some of you women believe that opening post, and if you want to try to hurt or harm me or mine, I will defend myself against you. And I will not feel sorry for defending myself against any threat that comes my way. The delusion of feminism is crippling the vast majority of our women at heart. We have wonderful women out here who are doing great and brilliant things. I speak to them every single day. I see it every single day, both at my job, both out here in the real world, and also throughout the internet. And salute to the sisters out there that love, respect, and cherish their men. And a double salute to the sisters who have the utmost respect for the black man. Because those sisters know that every black man out here isn't trying to hurt or endanger you. Many brothers such as myself, we love the black woman. We just ain't gonna tolerate the nonsense that many of you women are displaying on an everyday basis. For the females who have this type of feeling towards men and especially towards brothers, I view you as an enemy. Because a black woman in her right mind will never have to resort to this type of vitriol in order to prove a point. Because at the end of the day, who are you trying to prove by eliminating the black man? Your white zaddy don't care about you like you think he do. If you remove black men totally away from, at least here in America, you remove black men completely from the planet, I guarantee you within a year, your society will crumble. Because without the protection, the provision, the leadership, the building, and the stable and firm foundation of the black man, black society doesn't exist. I hear so much about toxic masculinity, but rarely do we go into terms about toxic femininity. And what I'm highlighting in this video is toxic femininity at its finest. That happened to be the highest of them all. Ladies, it doesn't matter whether you're light skinned or dark skinned. It isn't because of your looks or your body structure or whatever that a brother doesn't find you attractive. It's most likely because of your attitude and the way you carry yourself. I say it all the time. I don't care how fine a woman looks. If her attitude stinks, if she has a negative demeanor about herself, if she goes out here and treats everyone with disrespect, if she doesn't have the utmost standards and values about herself, she is undesirable to me and many other brothers. And insisting that we kill men for the sake of it, for no reason, it goes to show that not only do you care about you, but you make it more easier for brothers to just remove themselves from sisters altogether. And as a person that's race first, who wholeheartedly believes in the black family structure, the more our women display this type of animosity and hatred towards the black man, the more you push black men away. I'm seeing more of this hot girl summer, don't need no, we just want to turn up and have fun and all that. To my little homies out there, brothers, take heed into the language these women out here are presenting. They're basically telling you we want to be whores. We don't care about relationships. We're not caring about establishing a proper rapport with men. We don't care about wanting to settle down and build and create a family so that we continue on the lineage of black culture. They saying that we're creating a culture of whoredom and we don't care about what you say or think about it. When you have women out here like that, it only contributes to the demise of your people. And sadly, many men participate in it because we actually advocate it. We've been advocating it in rap music for years. I don't deal with women that want to have abortions. I wouldn't even dare deal with a woman who had that type of mentality. Sisters, what you're doing out here, you are contributing to why feminism in any country or any society is the beginning stages of the downfall of that society. You have been falsely led to believe that you had no rights and that men, especially brothers, oppressed you. The black man has never, during the 500 plus years of his plight here in America, ever oppressed the black woman. Do not allow quote-unquote white supremacy to tell you that the black man was so weak that he couldn't protect his own woman. No. The black man fought and died in rebellions for 250 plus years to ensure that the black woman was guarded and protected. But now we're living in a society where black women, unfortunately, has taken on white feminism talking. Black women and black men always work hand in hand. But ever since the 1960s with the welfare movement, along with the sexual liberation, these white women misled y'all to believe that you needed to be free completely from your own men. My question to you sisters is this. Once the summer ends, once you've done all the traveling, all the twerking, all the nasty freaky things, and all the bisexuality you could muster up during the summer, what are you going to be in the fall, winter, and spring? Are you going to reevaluate your choices and say, I shouldn't have done this at all and I need to change my behavior. Because many of you do have kids and you're misleading the next generation by your pure fuckery. Or you're going to continue on perpetuating that black men ain't shit and that we have to continue this further divide. This hot girl summer is messing a lot of you females up. But yet y'all want to go at guys like Kevin Samuels for pointing out the obvious. Y'all want to go at older women like Monique, who's trying to kindly insist that you present yourself in a positive light when you're out in public. Stop wearing bonnets and nightgowns and all that goofy shit out in public. You clown Derek Jackson's wife for doing it on the video, but yet you go in on Monique for insisting that you have a little bit of elegance and class. The hypocrisy of feminism. That's the other delusion behind it. Because it don't resonate with no common sense. And many of you women, unfortunately, are falling into that trap. Because you think by just being single and independent that you don't need no man for nothing. You tell me in what form of society and what form of nature do you can live and exist without your men? And finally this. You women have the nerve to want to cancel one of Destiny's Child's greatest songs. In my opinion, it's one of the greatest women's songs I've ever heard. And that's called Cater to You. What is wrong with a woman catering to her man? A man who is worthy and deserving of being catered to. What is wrong with a woman appreciating and valuing a man's hard work and his efforts to ensure that he's working towards his success and that he's staying on path to becoming the best version of himself? What is wrong with a woman showing kindness and generosity to a man who has proven time and time again that he's earned that validation or that kindness and generosity from his woman? So let me get this straight. Is men in 2021, are we only subjected to only serving women? Are men are supposed to be nothing but women's lapdogs and slaves? You have a population of women out here, especially in Black America. Well, over 70% of Black women are single mothers. And nearly 60% of Black women are single, chronologically single. And then when we go to the divorce rates, over 50% of marriages end up in divorce. And out of that 50% of the marriages ended up in divorce, over 80% of them are initiated by women. And I guarantee you that the vast majority of those women who are single mothers, and who are divorcees, they most likely did not cater to their men. They most likely gave their men all types of hell. Simply because they're trying to live up to this facade that they have to be free and independent of their men. Tell me, in what relationship does companionship and independence go hand in hand? The moment you get into a relationship, that independence is gone. You become codependent. The man is dependent on you to ensure that you provide some form of peace and comfort, not only in the home, but in everything that he does. And the man provides security, provision, leadership, guidance, and leading you and the family in the right direction. Presuming that he has his mind right. I would never advocate for a man to get into a relationship with a woman that he hasn't advanced himself mentally, spiritually, physically, financially, and intellectually. If you ain't got your shit in order as a man, you shouldn't be dealing with no woman anyway. And also, I would say the same thing for a woman. If you do not know your role into dealing with a man, you shouldn't be with a man at all. If you do not know how to provide some form of comfort, peace, stability, not stability in a financial sense, no, I mean stability in the sense of encouragement, inspiration, praying for that man, servicing that man. Because guess what? If you work very hard to give that man what he needs, It ain't nothing that a man ain't gonna do for you. See, that's the game that many of these femi-nuts don't tell you women. They don't tell you women that if you cater and serve to your man, it's up to that man to ensure that he rewards you for the hard work you put into the process of his progress. But many of you women are falling behind this delusion that you don't need your man, that you don't have to serve your man, that a man is supposed to do everything for you and you ain't got to bring nothing. To the point meaning you are out here believing that you are the table. Table of what? Headaches, stress, strife. And then when you separate yourself from the man, who ultimately loses? The man does. Based off how the laws of how this society is structured. So in conclusion, the delusion of you femi-nuts, you are contributing to the demise of women overall. Because once you have a society of women that are rebellious, that you can't tell them nothing, that don't want to have no respect or no true high regard for men, especially the black men, then you're aiding and abetting until your own society to continue to crumble. Don't believe me? Look how ancient Egypt feels. The disrespect some of you women out here are showing towards us men is uncalled for. And the more you continue to disrespect us, the more we're going to just remove ourselves completely from you. As a man, I never want to see that. But I'm not immune to reality. I truly see it for what it is. And I'm a strong advocate of, if these sisters here in America don't want us, there are billions of melanated women across this planet. And more brothers are getting their passports and they're moving on to bigger and better places. So sisters, I strongly advise you to get out of this notion that feminism is productive for you. It is a failure. It's causing you to be more bitter, be more alone, and eventually be ignored. Because the more you persist that you hate men, the more men are going to say, okay, cool, we'll keep you over there. So take heed to what it is I'm saying. I don't say this out of hate. If I hated black women, I wouldn't make this video at all. Because I just act like you don't exist. But I have a 1-year-old niece who I'm very proud to say her father, my youngest brother, is active and involved in her life. And I pray to Allah that He raises her to be a respectful woman. And I have no doubts that He will. But for many of you women out there who have all this anger and all of this animosity towards men, you need to look yourself in the mirror. Because the hatred and animosity you have towards us, you really have it towards you. That's all I have to say. Get it together, ladies. 100.
Why do we hate men so much? To the point we don't even want to cater to our men. The men who are going to provide, lead, protect, and teach. The good men that's on our level. It makes no sense. Why would we cancel a song that's teaching us how to love the man that we want?